You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
If you're in your first 5 years at a Korean company, 3 separate stories from today directly affect your paycheck and your rights. SK Hynix workers are voting right now on a wage deal with a 6.3% raise. Hyundai Motors Union just postponed a planned strike to reopen wage talks. A Korean court just ruled that even a guilty employee can win a wrongful termination case if the company's own disciplinary process breaks its own rules. It's Monday, August 24th. Let's talk about a trend affecting young professionals in Korea. Wage season is colliding with labor rights enforcement across 2 of Korea's biggest industrial employers this week. Courts are also drawing sharper lines around what counts as a fair disciplinary process, regardless of whether the underlying accusation holds up. Together, these stories shape both how much you'll be paid and how protected you are if something goes wrong at work. Here's what the numbers show. SK Hynix's production line union opened voting today and tomorrow on a deal that raises base pay 6.3%. edging out Samsung Electronics' 6.2% increase this year. The bonus structure now pays 40% in cash immediately and 60% in company stock, with a portion vested and sellable in year 1, a shift from the fully cash-based system used until last year. Hyundai's union called off its August 24th partial strike to reopen bargaining after 60 hours of cumulative strikes cost the company an estimated 55,200 vehicles in lost production. The Seoul Administrative Court ruled against a company that fired 3 R&D employees after a disciplinary vote held with only 3 of the required 4 committee members present. That ruling means procedural defects, like a missing quorum or a skipped secret ballot, can void a termination, regardless of whether the underlying misconduct occurred. Separately, a new Productive Finance ISA is moving through policy discussions, though existing ISA tax benefits will likely stay intact after investor pushback. So what does this mean for young professionals building a career in Korea? Earlier, we said SK Hynix workers are voting on a 6.3% raise, with a new cash-heavy bonus option. Here's what that actually means for you. If your company benchmarks against SK Hynix or Samsung, expect this year's raise talks to open in the same 6.2 to 6.3% range. If you're worried about job security, this week's court ruling gives you leverage, since a disciplinary process that skips its own quorum or ballot rules can be challenged even if the accusation against you is true. And if you're building a savings cushion, use the ISA as a 3-year bridge between short-term cash and long-term retirement accounts, not a replacement for either. 3 things to watch. The SK Hynix vote outcome, due after ballots close August 25th. Hyundai's reopened bargaining round, and whether it heads off Kia's planned strike starting August 26th. And the final terms of the Productive Finance ISA, expected once disputed contribution rules are resolved. That's today's AI Prism, Early Careers. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Juan Ifrah award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.